All right, dude. Are you ready for week 9?
Best show ever.
Best show ever. Dude!
Come on, Doug.
Dude!
Doug.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
Man, did you deliver last week? I can't even start with anything but 11-4. But, you know, that was impressive. That's a great week, man. Great job. 11-4. I wish you delivered on the Kool-Aid pick because I basically told everybody not to be concerned about the Kool-Aid pick.
You know you did it. We sell that Kool-Aid.
But I was wrong about a lot.
Okay, for complete disclosure, I have not taken this hat off.
No.
Since
No, I've seen you a few times and you still had it on.
No, I've got
I was like,
the hat on.
you can take the hat off. You're like, no.
No. I was thinking about the mask. I'm not going to wear the mask, but I will put the mask over on the board here so that, you know, I've got it there.
That was impressive.
It was, I think it was my swordish too, because I was on.
Listen,
on is what I was.
You delivered, so I'm glad one. You know, I came in with the 6. The 6 and 9. It was a tough week. I had a couple that could have flipped either way, last second scores. But listen, it's week 9, and let me tell you what I hate about week 9.
What's that?
I don't know anything. I don't know a darn thing about any of this.
No.
I don't know about any of this. The spreads had my.
The spreads are
tough.
pretty wild.
You come off a bad week and. It's just, it really messes with you, you know.
Well, okay, tell me about flipping.
So,
tell me real quick.
Listen, yeah, I wear that proudly every single week.
You do.
I come out here, I wear my old Stafford jersey, my beat up Lions hat that's supposed to be good luck. I come out here and they continue to just
disappoint.
I can't even, I don't even understand how they just find different ways to. And then Stafford, like, he is who I thought he was.
Yeah,
he's everything I thought he was. You call me crazy. He's everything who I thought he was. He's terrible. But, I mean, the Lions are going to get a draft pick because the Rams are going to continue to tank.
Yeah, they are.
But, yeah, no, I'm back Bernie, man. I'm a rep Bernie.
Okay,
and the
there
Browns,
we go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
So you've got Carl with newfound love for the Browns.
Let's go.
You've got Doug that will not take the Zorro hat off.
No.
You've got Fire for Sports.
Let's go.
And this is week 9, man.
Week 9.
Let's get to my favorite part of the show, at least for this week.
Chat it up.
And that is going over the records.
I bet. Hey, before we do that, this is what we need to do. I'm gonna before we go over the records. Is we do always recognize the people who interact with our show. Okay?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
We know that, look, Renisha's a big follower. She's always throwing in a comment.
Really
right?
big.
Yep.
Really big.
Igor.
Igor.
He called us out. And we recognize that.
He
okay.
did.
This week, I got a little love from the Buffalo Times.
Oh,
okay?
that's right.
Listen,
That's right.
This is my point, okay? One, no, Green Bay did not win that game.
No.
Okay.
No,
I did not necessarily believe Green Bay was going to win that game. We could go to the progressive tape and find out if I actually said that.
Yeah, put it on,
Green Bay did cover the 10.5.
They did.
In a game
we both bet
that plays out exactly how a game can play out in the NFL.
Yep.
They did not keep the pedal down. They won the game comfortably. It was never in jeopardy.
Absolutely.
It was never in doubt.
Yeah.
But they didn't cover 10.5
No, they didn't cover 10.5.
And that was what makes this extremely difficult and why it's not
Absolutely.
that easy and why we know nothing in week 9. Hey, if you want to get mentioned, toss it, interact with us.
Throw it out to us.
Make
That's
a comment.
Right.
We read them.
Right.
We read them. Sometimes they sting, but I read every single one. I read every single one of them. And if you hurt me, I feel it. I bleed. You know? I just do.
Hurt you. Goodness. Hey, but one thing though. Tell people about us. You know, I mean, share the share the videos and that.
Well, tell them why. Let's look at our records.
Okay, let's look at the records
because
here,
nobody puts their records.
Dude. Okay. You had this was your first off week of the year. You're still above 500. You're still three games above 500.
I can't follow up with one. You know how much pressure I'm under this week?
I know.
You know how much pressure? I haven't slept.
I know.
All I've done is watch tape, and I haven't slept. I'm freaking out.
Now I haven't slept either. 11-4. I mean, this goes to show you that even a blind squirrel can find an acorn on occasion, right? Listen. Okay. But
I knew when we started. Go back to watch the show, and then I was like,
I know you're going to say,
what's going on?
I know you're going to say,
you picked more underdogs last week.
That's right.
But it wasn't just about picking the underdogs. You picked the winners. That's what you did.
I picked the right underdogs. Yeah. You know what? I looked. I go, how was I 5 different than you? And every single one that we had 5 differences. Those 5 differences, I picked the right ones.
That's impressive.
That's the ones that
fantastic.
I couldn't figure it out why we're so different.
Yeah.
Because the first half of the board, we were the same.
Don't tell us we don't know what we're doing. That's the one that you try and tell us we don't know what we're doing, whatever you know, okay.
Okay, Igor did say...
Listen, it's a serious handicapping show.
It's a serious handicapping show, that's right.
We don't just show up here and pick games. Put a lot of work into this.
All right, Igor did say, he goes, man, I had a rough week.
It's a rough week, but he knows, man. Listen, and we put him under the hot... It's like the hot seat on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
That's exactly what it was.
Igor got put on the hot seat.
And then the Bengals.
But listen, Igor was right. He was right.
He was.
You know, he's like, you got to hold yourself accountable. Love Igor. Glad to have him watching the show.
Bengals.
Thanks for...
Come on,
How
the
you...
Bengals.
The Kool-Aid pick.
I mean, I go 11-4. The one of the 4 lost, but that was pitiful,
pick.
man. We're going to talk about top 5 in a second. All right, dude. Okay, so here's what I would do. If you want to bet, just put money on each of Carl's 3-team parlay, and you're always going to win
2 out of 3 every week. Go back and find me a week where I didn't hit 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 every single. That's money. I mean, if you actually add it up, that's a lot of money that you've got there. But look at all these. You met Sports Boys. He's having a heck of a year, too. Renesha, Harrison Weaver, Marty Connor.
Not their first 3-team parlay.
No,
not their first 3-team parlay.
Not at all.
Bring in...
That is...
When you watch this show, the people who contribute, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
That's right. All right, just looking at the records, I mean, we had quite a few double digits. I'm proud to be right up there, number 3 in double digits.
Yep,
look at that. Now, here's what I'm happy about, too. As we look at the season records, dude, you are right up there. So you are right up there with everybody.
Buck Nation is still leading the way.
Oh, Buck Nation is
having
cruising. Just absolutely
13 games over.
Oh, my gosh, just destroying it. Okay, before we get to the board, just a couple fun things here. Were you surprised at all?
Are you kidding?
By the free agency?
Are you? I undersold the trade deadline last week. Like I acted as if that was a non-factor, no big deal. I acted as if McCaffrey. So late, he probably won't even get. McCaffrey changes.
Oh, it does. It does.
The game
absolutely does.
In San Francisco. Chubb to the Dolphins could change things.
I love that pickup with Chubb.
Hines to Buffalo is going to change. The trade, it blew me away. So we'll have to see how everybody fits into the game plans.
Hockenson going to the Vikings.
That's a strong pickup for them. They use him the right way, and it's different.
That's exactly right, because they have an offensive-minded head coach, and now you have another chess piece in the board.
Skulls for the Vikings are for real.
Right now
they're for real. They're on the board. They're on the board for real.
They should be excited up there. All right, so let's go into based on now we have more data points, right?
Here are my data points. I'm real quick. I got Buffalo is just the clear cut, top to bottom. Buffalo times rode me a little bit like I'm not high. I picked Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. I just didn't pick them to cover 10.5 against the Packers. I'm sorry. But listen, top to bottom, they're the best. When Josh Allen has to win a game, he's going to win the game. They're number one clear. Philly, they're there. I can't not put them number 2. I can't because they're undefeated. They continue to beat everybody. They're fantastic. And then Kansas City has holes, but right now they deserve to be number 3. Now, 4, 5, and 6 are San Francisco, Minnesota, and Dallas. I can't rank them in any order. I think San Francisco is on the rise. I think what we could have is a 1993 repeat of the conference championship games.
And what do we have in that
against
season?
Kansas City?
That would be a nice matchup.
City,
love that matchup.
And San Francisco and Dallas.
That would be another nice matchup.
I mean, those are the teams that, to me, are at the top of the order.
I'm going to go basically exactly what you're saying. Okay, Buffalo, I'm going to put Kansas City too, only because the Eagles have a soft schedule. The Eagles have,
they have to,
we don't know who they are themselves out.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying they have a soft schedule. San Francisco had McCaffrey plus a defense. That's something.
They look so different against the Rams. Okay. I can't let myself forget how bad the Rams are, though. So
now going out to Dallas, you're right. Dallas, Minnesota.
Dallas. Pollard is the electric. He's the spark plug for Dallas to me. Pollard is. He changes Dallas. Like even with Dak back, they're better with Dak in there. But man, Pollard is making that team different, and the defense, of course.
So ridiculous. The Vikings got to watch out for the Vikings. The Cowboys with that defense. They can do things with that defense.
I'm going to do Baltimore, Miami, Seattle, Tennessee, and the Giants. I put all of you in the garbage heap. I don't know if I believe in any of you. I think you're going to... I want to believe in Seattle. I really do. I really like Geno. I want to believe in him. I just don't know if I'm there yet. But
I'm with you.
Baltimore, Miami, Tennessee, Giants, Seattle. You guys are all... Are you for real or not? Are you contenders for the Super Bowl? Because you know what they are? They're okay. Just okay is not okay.
That's right.
Are you we're going to find out if they're going to rise.
That's exactly it. Yep. Now, here's what's really interesting. There are two teams that we do not have on here. There's no Buccaneers and there's no Packers on this, which is just amazing. I mean, they're not good. What do you say all the time? You are what your record says.
That's
right.
Yep.
That's
and
exactly
that's not my saying, but it came from Bill Parcells. But it is exactly
that's
I live
exactly
by that. You are what
is.
your record says you are.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-6, and the Houston Texans are 1-5, and the Buccaneers are 3, and Buccaneers are 3, right? They got 3 wins, 3-5.
Yep.
But the Packers are 3-5.
They are what their record says.
The Commanders are 4-4.
I know. I don't know how that. I looked at that too earlier today.
All right.
I couldn't figure that out. I mean, how are they 4-4?
And the Browns are 3-5. And how long do they hang around until Watson comes back? Until they can play Watson.
That's right. Watson's coming back. What, I think probably 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's get to the board.
Let's get to the board. We've got stuff to do here.
Okay. Brown bag. I'm just going to start it out
if you got this far and you're still watching the show, you're obviously enjoying yourself, you're having a good time, we're about to give you winners. And you know what? We're about to give them for free.
Absolutely.
Right? So just hit like, hit share it to someone.
Share it to everybody. That's right.
You guys are a couple of goofballs, whatever you want to say. Just say something.
Say something.
We're about to give winners.
I'm not taking this hat off.
No, don't take it off.
I'm not taking this hat off.
If you get another double-digit win, I have a feeling. Listen, I don't know. I don't know where my mind is this week.
I'm just telling you right now.
Brown bag.
For me, it's easy. The Bengals.
Yeah, they blew the Kool-Aid pick.
Bengals. They blew the Kool-Aid pick.
What was that?
They looked horrible. They looked horrible. They have no running game. Yeah. They have no running game.
No, they're in trouble.
Okay.
Mine's the Rams.
The Rams? Why the Rams?
Huh? Because number one, Stafford, you are who I thought you were, okay? And that was a huge game at home. It was basically a home game for San Francisco.
It was.
And to me, that's just where are you? You're the defending Super Bowl champs, and you come out, you lay an egg like that in prime time? Get out of here. No, it was 4:30, but whatever. Get out of here.
Okay, we got the brown bags. Let's get to week 9.
Come on, man.
Week
9.
We want to hear who you like at week 9 too. Okay, we're going to start out tonight, like in another hour here, on Thursday night. Got the Eagles taking on the Texans. Eagles by 13.5.
Yeah.
Back to what I said, the Eagles have a soft schedule.
They do.
Now.
So it should be a win, right?
Okay, and one other thing, when somebody did ask us on YouTube, they said, well, you're picking whoever win. Okay, when we pick like the Packers last week, for example, we're not necessarily saying the Packers are going to win.
No.
We're using the spreads.
Okay. And our spreads, I want to point out too, is people have it like it. We wanted to include everybody that watches the show, so we do it on the ESPN app. Those apps, those lines get released.
Change all the time.
On Tuesday. All the time. As of yesterday, they were different. I mean, Tennessee's getting 12.5 on the latest app.
I saw that.
Okay?
I saw that.
That's we're really starting to swing things the wrong way. A lot of these lines are off, but for the sake of competition,
this is what it is.
We basically, here's the deals. We walked into the casino and we booked these that day at those odds.
And that's what it is. That's what it is.
So
okay.
Nothing we can do about that.
So, who do you like in this one?
Oh, I love Texans.
You like the Texans?
Because here's what I think is going to happen, right? Obviously, Philly, you played at the level of your competition. This is a primetime game. Philly's going to want to look good, but everybody on the Texans rises up. We're the only game on TV. Let's play good tonight on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Let's keep it close. It could be 27-7 in the fourth quarter. Now I'm only getting 13.5. 27-7 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Houston scores a touchdown with 1.5 minutes to go. And they cover.
Okay. You're right.
It's a blowout, right?
It happens all the time.
Blowout.
It happens all the time.
But they cover.
Okay. Before I forget, I'm sorry for announcing this so late. Today is our guest picker. We have got Rachel. On Twitter, she is the fantasy football chick. It's live OC girl.
We should have opened with that because we were talking about that. I was so excited when we had Rachel on the board.
I know. I'm sorry about that. That's right.
Yeah.
Rachel, so I'm so excited to have your picks on here because you get to go.
What you're talking about. How do we not lead with Rachel?
I know. That's bad. Should we just replay the whole thing?
We need to see
can we do like just kind of go back?
Okay.
So Rachel, welcome. Thank you.
Go out, follow her.
Yeah, no, she is just a hoot.
And she just took everything I said and
absolutely
hit me in the face with it. Yeah. What Carl said, forget about it.
Okay, now here's the thing. I think that the Eagles are going to cover. I think they're going to go.
I'm not even going to give you a hard time.
They're going to cover on that. I know it's a lot of points, but they need to keep that edge going, and they're going to do that.
Yeah, they're going to do that on prime time.
Okay.
Against a team that they should beat. They're going to be so motivated to destroy them. This is like Ohio State and Penn State.
Dolphins with Chubb take on a resurgent.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, take on the Bears. Dolphins by 4.5.
Bears plus
You like the
4.5.
Bears?
I absolutely
You like the Bears?
do. I'm not a believer in Miami yet. I know they scored on every possession against the Lions, but that is the Lions, and the Bears will find a way to be in this football game. Miami's coming up playing, and it's good. Playing up north.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I know it's going to be
And it's
good
not
weather.
indoors.
No, I looked at the weather. It's going to be like mid-60s.
It's going to be beautiful.
So that's going to be a beautiful day. Rachel says go with the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins too. This was also almost my Kool-Aid pick because I was thinking Dolphins, but they can. The Bears don't lose by a lot.
Listen, I was okay with the Eagles pick, but if we're starting a trend here, I'm not going to be.
Don't worry. Don't
All right,
worry.
okay,
Don't worry.
all right.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
listen,
Vikings take on Washington.
you are who your record said. What your record says you are. Vikings might get a 3-point win, but Washington covers that game.
All right, Rachel goes with the Vikings. She goes, no, Carl. Carl, stand down, Carl. All right, I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. They've got Hawkinson. They're saying something about the team. You know, this is going to be a winning team right here. They're you know, and so they're going to prove it. And Washington, when they do win, they don't score a lot of points. These guys score a lot of points. In fact,
I just feel. Oh my.
yes, I am going purple this week. That's
What is
right.
happening?
For the Kool-Aid pick is purple.
I thought we turned a leaf.
I
thought we turned a leaf. I thought we turned a corner. I thought you were.
This is it right here. This is the winning right here. This is good.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Because every time you
Drink
don't
the
like the Kool-Aid pick, it's a winner.
Drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, that's a valid point. If we kept that record, if Carl didn't like the Kool-Aid.
It goes good with the black hat too. That's
man.
it.
Oh boy.
Rachel, I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. No, I'm going all the way. We've got the Vikings all
I'm
the way on
actually
that
starting
one.
to feel pretty good about this week. Actually, I wasn't sure, but I'm starting to.
I like purple Kool-Aid. I must admit the grape is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all right.
Here's my Raiders.
This one doesn't
take on the Jaguars. They're flying across the country. Raiders by 1.5.
Jacksonville wins the game.
You know what?
Wins the game.
Rachel goes with the Raiders.
Yeah, I think you'll take Jacksonville on this one just for the fact that you probably won't take the Raiders to win.
That's because.
And you want to be like, I took a dog, Carl. This is where we'll see. This is where we'll see.
All right, the Raiders. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They drop. I mean,
That's
how do you
terrible.
go scoreless in the NFL? That's embarrassing. That is just flat out embarrassing. I think they've lost the team for the most part. I'm not saying they can't win this one, but the Jaguars. They keep all the games really close until the end, and that's not the Raiders' MO to, you know, I mean, that's a prime one for them to lose.
They'll win that game.
Okay.
I like it.
Colts take on the Patriots. Patriots by 5.5. Stellar defense. I mean, the reason it was making them win is defense.
Yeah, so I know we'll probably agree on this one because I think Mac Jones is playing really well. Indianapolis can't seem to find it. They seem to be reeling the other way.
I completely agree.
I think we'll take one, and I was not surprised.
We're going to go across
Was not
the board
surprised that
now.
we had the same one.
That's the first one that we've got all three.
That's the first one that
That
actually
you're right
counts
with
as
us.
another favorite.
Okay. The Panthers take on the Bengals. Bengals by 8.5. That's a lot. Okay,
Yep.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to do some for you.
I'm feeling really good this week.
I'm taking the
Yeah,
Panthers.
yeah.
I'm taking the Panthers. I'm taking the underdog, okay? Because I'm not saying that the Panthers are going to win, but they're going to be within the 8.5 because the Bengals have no run. Absolutely no
I don't
run.
feel at all that pick. Here's why you should feel comfortable with this pick, and I'm going to tell you.
About
Don't
the
get me wrong.
Panthers?
Don't get me wrong.
About the
I
Panthers?
respect Doug's picks, okay, and his analysts and his abilities and his handicapping abilities.
Okay.
But what's happening here is this is a salt pick. He's annoyed with how bad they played on Monday
That's
night.
true. That's
He's
true.
carrying over this emotion.
That's true. Which you
he
can't
somehow
let in.
thinks what happens in one game does not bleed over into the next game. It is a completely new game. It means nothing, and you took that emotion and put it in there.
You're right. It is
But
an
that's all right.
emotional pick.
That's
It
okay.
is an emotional pick. Okay, I admit it. Okay. Chargers take on the Falcons. Falcons are in first place, dude.
They are.
They're in first place.
You are what your record says
Chargers
you are.
by 2.5.
Yeah, Atlanta's feeling something here, and the Chargers don't seem to know who they are, and Atlanta's going to. I think Atlanta's going to win that.
You know what?
football
I'm going
game.
to go with you on that. I'm going to go with you on that. I know Rachel's going with the Chargers, but I'm going to go with you on that because they run the ball. They control the clock. They can take Herbert off the field because he's not going to be on the field, because they're going to be running the ball. I like what they're doing. It's boring, but it's a winning thing right now, especially in that division.
Yep.
I mean, they can win that division,
they
right?
They got a chance to start to make noise, and the Chargers aren't going to do anything in their division. So
okay, Bills take on the Jets. Bills by 13 and a half.
I really love Buffalo.
So, wait, was it Bills? What was it? Bills
Buffalo Times.
Buffalo Times. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Go talk directly to Buffalo Times here and give the analysis.
Listen, Josh Allen is a beast. He does everything right. He does it when you need it. They're top to bottom, defensively, offensively, they are fantastic. They're going to do everything they have to do, most likely to win this football game. Anybody susceptible to, that's a big word, susceptible.
It is a big word, that's right.
To an upset, as was pointed out, they lost to Jacksonville last year. But in this particular game, again, it's going to be tough to cover 13.5 points. And I got Zach Wilson and the Jets being a threat and maybe getting a late score to cover.
And you know what? I'm going to go with you on that. I'm for the exact
a lot of points.
Okay, so we're not saying that the Jets are going to win. We're just saying that the Bills are going to cover.
I'm saying the Jets could win.
You can win.
I'm just saying the Jets could win.
You're just going to get them all.
That's right. The Jets could win the game. I'm just saying. I'm not going to put any money on the Jets winning the game. I'm just saying they could.
You're just going to get them all irritated. That's very good.
I know what you want me to do is say this is your year. Buffalo's going to win it all.
But Rachel says
my week 9 pick.
She's going to go with those Bills.
Rachel, I'm getting concerned.
I know there's a vibe there. I noticed that too. She is going with all the favorites.
All right. That's all right. Welcome to the show. So happy to have her. Follow Rachel.
All right. You got the Packers. Take on the Lions.
Yes.
Packers by 3.5.
Yeah, this is an easy win.
Okay. The Lions score a lot of points. They score a lot of points. Even when they lose, they score a lot of points.
I'm getting concerned here.
Packers.
On your analysis, I'm getting concerned that you have this bent up frustration with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Yes.
And you're carrying it over to this game.
I'm carrying it over. You're doggone right I'm carrying it over. I'm going to go with the Lions.
But it doesn't matter. It's been the same.
No. I'm going with the Lions. I know. Go ahead.
I'm taking them too. At home. They might, but here's what's probably going to happen: is they're probably going to lose by a field goal. Is that would be a typical Lions SOL.
That's okay.
SOL.
That's okay.
Move.
That's okay because we win, right? Okay. All right. Well, I make note of Rachel. She is going with the favorite, and you bang on me all the time.
I'm not banging on Rachel.
No, you're not banging on her. She knows what she's doing. That's
I'm not
right.
going to bang on Rachel.
All right. The Seahawks. Take on the Cardinals, kind of flightless bird there.
Yeah.
Cardinals by 1.5. I don't see how Cardinals can be 1.5 favorites.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking them.
You're going to take the Cardinals?
At home. Yep, this is a big game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Geno. Yeah. I'm going Geno all the way.
Look at you taking the dog.
I am.
That's such a gutsy pick.
You know what?
Going out on a limb.
Rachel's taking the Cardinals.
I hope she takes one underdog. You know what?
We'll see.
Here's my guess. I'm thinking she's going to take. I bet she takes the Saints.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Oh,
she loves the Saints.
That's right. She's a Saints fan.
She's a Saints fan. So there's a good.
So she's been waiting to take that one dog.
The whole time she's been doing that. Okay. Rams take on the Buccaneers. This is another interesting one.
Yeah, I don't
Buccaneers
think
by
that line
3.5.
is still at 3.5. That's another one. So again, guys, the lines are gonna waver off of the right. Yeah, they're gonna move all over the place. If we walked into the casino on Tuesday morning and made our picks, these are the lines we're going with. Yeah.
That's what you got.
So
all right, I'm just going to start. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
I have no confidence in.
I have no confidence in
you know what?
Matt Stafford, to be honest.
And Rachel's going with the Rams. So what are you going to do?
Matt, you burned me so bad last week.
What are you going to do?
I want to bring the Lions gear back on because I'm really. I don't feel like myself now. When I pull out how many games we got this week?
13 games.
13 games. Yeah. When I pull out a 10-3 this week, I'll probably be in the Kozar gear again. It's the only thing that makes it doable is this Kozar.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with the Rams.
All right. I like that one. That's another one. That's one of the few across the board that we got. Yeah. We got 2 games across the board. Okay. This, on paper, it looks like a fun game.
Should have been the Kool-Aid.
That's right. Titans take on the Chiefs. Chiefs by 10.5. That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah. And again,
I'm going to get your analysis on this one.
So, Vrabel, this is a well-coached football team. You are what your record says you are, which Tennessee is 5-2.
Yes.
Okay. They're 5-2. They won with Malik last week.
Okay.
Kansas City they never cover. They don't cover.
No, they don't. Okay. There is a good likelihood that Malik Willis does play again.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Because Tannehill, I don't think he practiced much today.
I'm fine with that.
So that's a good possibility. Rachel is going with Kansas City, and you know what? I am going to follow suit with you. I think that the Titans, if they run Derrick Henry, it controls the clock and it keeps Patrick Mahomes off the field.
Yeah.
Is what it does.
They can play defense too. So
Okay.
they're well coached.
I actually like this matchup. I like this matchup. The Ravens take on the Saints. The Ravens by 3.5. Andy Dalton is playing for the Saints. Michael Thomas is out.
I think Andy Dalton makes the Saints better than,
He does
than
too.
the interception
He
machine.
does throw interceptions.
Yeah.
That's right. Michael Thomas is out for the Saints, and Rashad Bateman is out for the Ravens.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you what, I'm going to go Ravens on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens too.
I'm going Ravens just because.
And
There comes a point where the players are like, okay, Jackson's going to do whatever he has to win this
cover
game.
3.5 too.
Yeah, he's going to do whatever he can, and guess what?
No, I'm not giving that. You said Lamar is going to do whatever he has to do to win
Yeah,
it. This is going to have nothing to do with Lamar Jackson
get
winning the
out
game.
here.
That guy's garbage. He's so
out
bad.
here.
How many terrible throw interceptions? That's not going to be the. I did not. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just
Then tell
clarifying.
me.
I am not picking them because of anything special Lamar Jackson can do.
right.
The ground game showed up.
Yep.
They're going to play some defense. This could be a high scoring game. The final's going to be like 31-27, and it's not going to be because of anything special Lamar Jackson did.
All right, guess what? Rachel, you got your Saints. Here it is right here. We're putting it up there. All right. Dude, 3-team parlay. Go.
Go on my 3-team
Carl's
parlay.
3-team parlay. Watch this. This is like the Price is Right.
Every week, right? That's like, your price is right. You guys want some winners? I got them for you.
You got the winners right here. At least 2 out of 3. Every single week he's got the 2 out of 3. All right.
For sure.
Go.
They are the Rams.
Rams.
They are, where are
Do you want me
they?
to pick a team
Tennessee. I got them. Tennessee, the Rams, and it wasn't the Jets, it was Washington.
Washington.
Commanders, which was against your Kool-Aid pick.
Okay. So you've got the Rams, you've got Tennessee, and you've got Washington. Book them, folks. I tell you what. If you just put money on 2 out of those 3, all 3 of them, you're going to win 2 out of 3 because that's what Carl does every single week. Absolutely. Dude, look at this board. This is absolutely awesome. This is awesome.
I feel good, guys.
Okay.
I'm locked in. If you guys were looking for my feeling at the end,
dude, I'm on all of these. Boom. Boom. I mean, it's the hat. I'm not taking this thing off.
that was a good week.
I'm wearing
It was
it
a
to work.
good week. I'm disappointed in as many favorites as you took, but it
All
was
right.
a good week.
Hey, Rachel, thank you for joining us. Remember, that's the Fantasy Football Chick on Twitter.
Yep.
Live OC girl. Go and check out. I mean, she's an absolute hoot out there. Thanks for joining us. And, dude, this is another great week, man.
I have a feeling Skull's really going to give me a hard time
I think so.
for this pick.
Yeah, they are. Hey, so what we want you to do is like the show, subscribe to the show, share the show with everybody.
Let's go.
We'll be on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. We'll
all
get
the
it out
fun
there.
stuff. Do all
Also,
the
go
fun
out to
things.
ESPN and join the
Let's go.
group, okay? It's going to be another fun week, man.
Let's go.
All
Hey.
right, we'll see you.
All right.
See ya.
Pick some
Bye.
winners.